There's an old proverb that Toyota really took to heart. It says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And because Toyotas rarely ever break, here we are. Welcome to the Toyota Fortuner GR Sport. Now, while this Fortuner has been around since 2016, it is still at the top of the sales chart, so Toyota is still cooking. But we'll talk about that because in this video, we're taking it on a road trip from George to Cape Town. And along the way, we're going to talk about its interior, its engine, and as always, me and Hippo will break down its cost of ownership. So, without wasting any of your time, allow us to get started. For the launch of the GR Sport, we jumped into a plane from Flysa Fair and took an early flight to George. When we arrived, we found our Fortuners waiting for us. Now, this new GR Sport is only available in two colors. You could either have it in Attitude Black or Platinum White Pearl. Now, in many ways, this Fortuner GR Sport is similar to the Hilux GR Sport. Personally though, I still prefer the Hilux because of that whole body kit. Just looks wider, it looks meaner. Whereas with the Fortuner, I think some people will still struggle to tell it apart from the normal Fortuner. If you ever get confused, you can always be on the lookout for the GR badges. Toyota also reshaped the front bumper, they restyled the lower grille, they redesigned the fog lamp bezel, they also changed the black front spoiler and even the rear diffuser, but by far the easiest change to sport are the blacked out 18-inch alloy wheels. But those are just cosmetic changes. What about the actual drivetrain? Well, as I mentioned, we had a bit of a road trip on our hands, so let's talk about it. This Toyota Fortuner GR Sport comes with the famous 2.8-liter turbo diesel engine, but instead of making the 150 kilowatts 500 newton meters, it's been upgraded to 165 kilowatts and 550 newton meters of torque. And while 15 kilowatts doesn't sound like much, you definitely feel the difference when you're out on the road. But while I appreciate the extra power, I'm still saying Toyota should consider putting in a V6 or a V8 in a future Fortuner someday. People would love it. Now, the top speed of this GR Sport is 180 kilometers per hour. Something I don't normally mention, but because Toyota Fortuner drivers are always cooking, I just thought they'd like to know. But if you're like me and you're into a more relaxed drive, then you'll be happy to know that the Toyota Fortuner comes with lane departure warning and a proper adaptive cruise control system, which always comes in handy when you're doing a long drive. And speaking of driving, after a while we took a quick break and I had the opportunity to take a video of this Hilux. Let me know in the comments, Fortuner or Hilux GR Sport? Let me know. Now, after getting some refreshments, it was time to continue on with our drive and enter the off-roading section of our road trip. But before we get to that, let's take a quick look at its practicality. All right, welcome to the boot of your Toyota Fortuner. Just trying to find the button. There you go. Does a lot of beeping. Your spare wheel is over here while it opens and the liters are on your screen. So this is your boot space. Now if you're wondering what's happening here, if you've never seen a Fortuner, it's actually a 7-seater. So you can unhook and then put children here if you'd like. Yeah, for short trips though. You have an electric tailgate and wait for it. Toyota Fortuner GR Sport 4x4. Proper stuff. And then we can do the back seats. Now stepping into the back seat. The knee room is fine. There's plenty of it, but because it's based on a bakkie, the under thigh support, yeah, it's lacking. Now on this car, you get two USB Type-C ports. Well done, Toyota. Well done. You also have a plug in case you wanna, I don't know, charge something. The floor is mostly flat, so you can sit 3 people here if you'd like. And then your air vents are actually up here. I'll just do a cutaway. But yeah, they're up there. And then you have a proper center armrest with concealed cup holders. Nice. Well done, Toyota. Well done. All right, cool. All right, welcome to the interior of your GR Fortuner. So, yeah, not much has changed really. This is your screen. You've got Apple CarPlay, you have Android Auto, but you'll operate it through this one USB port over here. You also have a 12-volt socket, and this is where you'll change between 4x4, 4x2, that type of stuff. And then here is your dual zone climate control. Hey, that's a big word. In here, you have your cup holders, that's your gear stick, and then here you'll change between your different driving modes. You have Eco, Normal, Sport. You can turn off your traction. And then this is your center armrest. As for your steering wheel, you get a center marking to remind you that you are in a GR Sport Fortuner. As for the rest, it's still more or less the same, but you have the JBL sound system for good vibes. Yeah, I think that's about it. So yes, as for your interior, it is showing its age and it's outdated. Our only hope now is a new Toyota Fortuner. But until then, I do appreciate that you get these proper GR seats. They're a mix of leather and Alcantara, electrically adjustable, and they're very comfortable. Now coming back to our road trip, instead of taking the direct route through the highway, we took a bit of a short left and decided to do a little bit of off-roading, on some gravel. Now I'll say, the Fortuner drives really well on normal roads. But when we took it off-roading, I was really impressed. I started to low-key understand why everyone who buys them loves them so much. A Fortuner driver will sell a Fortuner and buy a Fortuner. A Fortuner driver will lose a Fortuner and go buy a Fortuner again. That's just how much they love them, and it's not hard to see why. Fortuner owners are able to overlook the outdated interior. They're able to overlook that this platform has been around for years simply because it's brilliant. This thing feels solid. You feel like you can push it and it's not gonna break. It's the type of car you jump into and you feel like, you know what, I can drive this from Cape Town to Egypt and not have any problems. And that is one thing that Toyota will always have over the other brands. With that said, I know someone is angry at me for saying this, but it's the truth. And it's not even me who's saying it. I'm looking at the sales. Toyota Fortuner is outselling everything else in its segment, and there's a reason for that. People are loyal to the badge, and I can't blame them. Until you've tried a Fortuner, you might not understand it either. But anyway, back to the review. This is a proper 4x4. You have 4 high, you have 4 low, you have your diff locks, and hill assist control. In addition to all this GR Sport has an upgraded suspension over the normal Fortuner. By the way, if you still haven't liked this video, please don't forget to like. If you still haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Support local YouTube, guys. It's the right thing to do. We are still on the road to 200,000 subs. I'm working on the 200k special as we speak. You don't want to miss it. But in the meantime, please share this video on your WhatsApp status, on your Twitter, on your Instagram stories. Let them know there's a Mr. How Much on YouTube. And as I've said before, at 200k, we'll be having a PS5 giveaway and some cash prizes. But enough of that. Let's get to our cost of ownership, which is powered by Hippo. Now, Toyota made sure that this car is under R1,000,000. So this GR Sport Fortuner comes in at 999,000. On finance, you can expect to pay around 19,015 Rand over 6 years at 11% interest. A full tank of diesel will cost you 1,844 Rand, and the Toyota Fortuner is popular. It's one of those cars where you're going to need insurance. So I jumped onto Hippo, compared a couple of quotes, and the lowest one I got was around 2,700 Rand, which brings my total cost of ownership to 23,559 Rand. For some added peace of mind, you get a 9 services, 90,000 kilometer service plan and a 3-year, 100,000 kilometer warranty. And with that, we've come to the end of our Toyota Fortuner GR Sport launch review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this Fortuner, what you think of its pricing, what you think of the new GR badges. Would you buy a Fortuner over an MUX, over an Everest? Let me know in the comments below. But from me to you, thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, take care. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering about the road trip, I'll do a proper road trip for you when I get one of these Toyotas on test, but we eventually got to Cape Town. My good friend Greg was my co-driver. He already posted his video. If you haven't seen it, you can go check it out after this one. But thanks for sticking around for the end credit scenes. I'll catch you on Mr. How Much Plus, my second YouTube channel, where we go to Dalstrom to celebrate our 20,000 subscriber special. It's gonna be proper. I'll see you there.